We are live.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's happening? We are chatting retail today, and someone left a comment. I'm trying to find it right now on my Instagram. All right, here we go. Salon J dot underscore. So let's see what's going on with this comment. All right, so suite owners, share renters who sell retail, salon owners who don't understand math. This person left me a comment saying, I'm a new suite owner, and the first thing I realized as far as retail was that the profit I'd make off selling a product would just be spent restocking the same product. So not sure if it's even worth carrying it as a solo salon owner. And I'm not sure where you're getting your products from. If you're buying products at full price, there's no profit in selling them. So I'm so confused. If you're a professional, you have a distributor typically, or you have like Salon Centric or Cosmo you can go to, and you're going to buy a shampoo for $10 and MSRP, which is the manufacturer suggested retail price, is going to be 20. So your margin in that, your profit margin is $10. You're buying it for 10, selling it for 20. Now your profit doesn't go to restocking the new product. The cost goes to that. So I'm not sure if you're doing the right math or what's going on with that comment you left me, but this is not the first time I've heard this before. There's a lot of suite renters out there who don't invest any money in retail, and I think it's because they just don't understand math. And you guys should, because you should be measuring your color and you should understand how to add and subtract and do formulation. But when you are building a business, retail is a huge part of it. And for a lot of salon owners who don't sell retail, it's because you don't have an e-commerce store. That's a whole different conversation. It's because you're not positioning your salon as the best authority on hair in your community, and whatever your stylists say should be well received from your clients. So if I say, hey, Barbara, we're using this in your hair today for volume, what are you currently using? However you want the conversation to go, and I put it in their hair, and it actually has volume. Like, is this how your hair looks at home normally? Do you like the volume you have? And have a conversation with that person, and then sell them the product. They're going to need to go home and reduplicate that style. So if you're in a suite by yourself, every client should be leaving with something. It's not that difficult. And the money's built in to the sale of the product to replenish it again. So I'm just going to go back to basic math for everybody listening. And if you're not special, you're going to understand this. And that's not a dig to anyone either. I'm not trying to be mean here. I'm just saying, you sell something for $20. There's a cost to that. The cost is $10. That $10 is what you replenish your stock with. That $10 profit is yours. Now, what you should do with that money is, if it's a really good selling product, try and build up enough of a cushion where then you start buying your products in bulk to get even a better discount. So instead of buying it for $10, you're going to buy it for 20% off or 30% off in bulk, if that's your number one product. So there is a ton of money to make in retail. I just feel like a lot of people don't fully leverage the fact that we're a service industry who it requires product to style your hair with. And whether you're a dude using like a texture powder or a beard pomade or like a beard lotion or a beard oil, or you're doing female's hair and you need like a volumizer, a smoothing treatment, or a smoothing serum, hairspray, like you're using product on people. They should leave with that product. And it truly helps your retention rate. So when Nancy's at home and she's styling her hair with the root volumizer and it runs out, she's probably going to be like, oh, I need to get more of this. And she's going to think of you and probably book another appointment. That's why it increases your retention rate. So when you hear selling retail increases your retention rate, it's because you stay top of mind. When they use that shampoo in the shower, when they use the styling product after the shower to style their hair, when they need to buy more, if they're not going to order online, they're going to come to your salon and pick it up. Now, if you don't have a Shopify store or a WooCommerce or some kind of e-commerce extension of your retail business, you're literally doing business like it's 1980. There's no reason why you don't have some kind of an e-commerce store positioned as your salon's website. It's bananas. I just cannot understand why you, as a salon owner or a suite owner, do not sell products using a Shopify store or WooCommerce. You have the ability then to service your client and do reoccurring shipping, where you send them that same product every 6 weeks. It's all automated through an app, and you, in your little tiny little space that you have of a suite, you could be doing a substantial amount of retail out of there and shipping everything out of your house, out of the garage or the basement, and have a huge little mini retail business that's making you probably as much, if not more, than what you're doing behind the chair in the suite. So, James, we're going to open up some Q&A too, but I want to make a short, quick little podcast today on this subject, because I feel like people just don't understand the math of retail. And it really is such an amazing way to drive some more revenue into your salon or to your suite. So, those of you struggling with retail, ask your question in the chat so we can answer them. James, we got anything going on
We got
before we lose power here?
it may feel like Beauty by Felicia. It may feel like that. It may feel like that, but there's definitely a profit. New Way Barber. Nope. You just joined the chat.
Get the questions.
Salon Centric just had their leader sale. Great profit value.
Yeah, huge. And leaders lead. I crush with leaders online. And guys, stop selling like little bottles of shampoo too. Like, just sell the liters. I don't like people like, oh, it's back bar. No one wants to have a small ass bottle in their shower of shampoo. Sell them the liter, sell them the pumps, set them up. Hell, sell gallons too while you're at it. But like, sell everything. There's no reason why you can't be crushing it with retail. Every single client should be buying it. All right, James. I mean, retail is what I used to build my other salons. That's how I went from 1 to the 3 locations in like less than a year.
Hold on, I just took over retail from my salon, and I have tripled the retail sales. Beauty by Felicia said.
Good job, Felicia. And guys, you're not trading your time for money.
I'm looking at some other platforms. 1 minute.
So the challenge that people have is they feel like, well, they can just get it on Amazon. Well, that's why you build an online store. Or Amazon's cheaper. Amazon's not cheaper. 90% of brands now are sell direct to Amazon. So it's MSRP. It's going to be the same price that they get it for on Amazon as they do from your salon. So in actuality, the brands that do sell on Amazon, you could undercut Amazon because they're locked into that price. I like when brands sell on Amazon personally, because Amazon's not competition. It's the direct to consumer brands like whoever's out there, the Mikas of the world, and those brands, and R&Co and IGK. They run these crazy promotions that hurt the salons. So when the brand itself is running a promotion and they're direct to consumer, that's when it hurts the salon. Like Kevin Murphy is one of the worst product lines. So is Aveda when it comes to supporting salons, as far as I'm concerned. Kevin Murphy does not allow salons to participate in 2025 because they limit the amount of retail they can sell by not allowing them to sell online on their own professional branded website. And Aveda is another retail terrorist when it comes to selling products online. Orbay finally came around. Paul Mitchell finally came around. Olaplex, I mean, they're pretty much, I don't know, obsolete at this stage of the game, but they finally came around too. All these brands started losing market share because they weren't letting salons retail it online. James?
Have you used Davines products?
Davinus? Yeah, Davinus lets you sell online now. Davinus is a cool brand. No, there's a lot of like people who undercut the price out there, but Davinus is a pretty solid line when it comes to retail sales. One of my clients, I mean, he's doing like between 100 and 110,000 a month consistently now, just online retail. Guys, if you don't know where to start when it comes to Shopify, DM me the word Shopify. I have a full team that will get you from having no store to a fully operational store, all your products uploaded, all your SEO done for you, every product feed optimized for you so you can push it to Google and Meta and everywhere else.
What's the profit margin on most professional hair products?
It's 50% is the average profit margin. So typically the way it works is this. Distributor gets the product, their markup is like 35%, let's say, ish, maybe 40 max. And then the distributor then sells it to the salon. The salon then doubles the price and they sell to the consumer. Now, where you really make the money are the brands you sell direct to consumer and skip out the distributors. But they need to have a really good brand and they have to have really good visibility and awareness, and like their social media's got to be on point.
I can't even pronounce her name. ARI.
It's all right.
I work for a distributor in New York. Color Wow sells like crazy.
Yeah. Color Wow's phenomenal. Color Wow does a great job with their marketing, their brand. Color Wow's a huge influencer business too. Like their affiliate program is dynamite. They have Chris Appleton. They have Kim Kardashian using their product. They have the publicity. They're in the magazines. So listing Color Wow on your website works great. I mean, if you go back in my story a while ago, there was a story I did. I think it was with Carb. And what was that Color Wow product that we sold like thousands of in 2 days? Carb cocktail. Yeah, Color Wow. I don't know if it was an influencer or what happened. We were selling like hundreds of them. It was bananas. Like boxes would get delivered to our warehouse. And we're a retailer. So like these things could help your salon so much just by being visible online. One influencer sees your Color Wow product listed on your website or from your blog. They share it, tell someone to get it there. Next thing you know, there's $8,000 in your account that wasn't there before in one day. So,
how do I start selling retail online without a huge inventory?
This is a beautiful question. Ladies and gentlemen, it's called the just-in-time method. So this is how I started. And this is like high stress though sometimes. So make sure this is like the most brilliant way to start a business and get money. You have a license, right? So you get a account at SalonCentric, Cosmo, Paramount, whatever distributor you have by you, and you get access to their store. Make sure that you have a salon or make sure you're nearby like 3 or 4 stores. You list every product that is available to you in those stores and from your distributor that maybe has next day delivery. You then advertise those products and then you put them on Google. When they sell, you now have this person's money in your account. You take their money, you take the profit from that sale, you go to the store, you buy it, and then you ship it out. You never come out of pocket at all. You never spend money on the products. So what the real thing to do is what I teach is when you sell that product, and if it's a hot product, you buy 2 or 3 of them. So you sell 3 overnight. You got to go to the store to buy them. You should have profit for 3 left over. So you buy the original 3 and then you buy 3 more with the profit. Now you have 6. You ship the 3 out. Now you got 3 in inventory. When 2 sell, you ship them and you don't have to run to the store anymore. So you're going to build your inventory off other people's purchases. So that's how I did it. That's how I went from my basement to a carpet warehouse to another warehouse. And I like guys, if you look at my Instagram like a few months ago, there's a picture of me, like there's carpets above and there's like a bunch of products underneath. We were in a carpet warehouse, but like in a small metal rack underneath there. It was probably the most dangerous thing ever because it would have fell on us. But that's where I moved. That was like my middle ground location. Then we went to the warehouse where I'm at now, where my salon's at. And then we expanded to something bigger. And like we fluctuated. We weren't big, we weren't small. Like at a point in time, we were really doing well with Olaplex and Nutrafol, and we had like so many brands. And then like Unilever, they just didn't like the fact that we were outselling them, so they cut us off on Nutrafol. We were selling it online, and that was like $40,000 a week sometimes in just Nutrafol. It was wild. And so we expanded so big, and then I started taking a look at the marketplace and be like, you know what? These bigger brands suck, and distributors feel it too. Like a distributor feels the fact that a brand is going to direct to consumer, cutting the middleman out. But you need boots on the ground. You need people walking in salons and educating the stylists and salon owners. So there is going to be a place for brands to really still utilize distributors. But online, the online game isn't going anywhere, especially with live selling. So once we venture more into live selling, which we should be venturing into in the next couple of weeks or so, once I free up some time, it is going to dominate for us. As a salon owner, hairstylist, barber, if you're doing hair every day, you should have a camera set up like that on your mirror, and then you should be doing your product knowledge, educating your client, styling, hair, just filming it. And if you do that live, especially barbers, because you don't have a blow dryer going off, right? If I was a barber today, I would crush retail. Every product, every client you should be using product on, you should be styling their hair. And then that's an opportunity for you to go live on TikTok and do TikTok live selling. And then you're just selling powder, you're selling pomades, you're selling combs, you're selling beard serum, doing all that live all day long, run a live feed. And then you're not selling products to your clients in the chair. You could have a TikTok live go like super viral and sell 10,000 of those products you're using on your client. And if your profit's $10, do the math. It's 100 grand. It's mind boggling. I wish I was still doing hair again. I might have to start doing it again. I would crush with that. In fact, you know what, James? I'm going to start doing hair just sub products.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah. All right. Next question. We're going to wrap it up.
We got, what are your thoughts on affiliate links versus owning your store?
All right. That's a great question. I think, if you want to maximize your profits and your brand and long-term growth for yourself as a business owner, then I would have your own store, especially for our industry. If it comes from like affiliate links are great. When it comes to shampoo and conditioner and stuff that we do as hairstylists and owners, you should have your own store. You just should. If you are like someone like the wire cutter and you're doing reviews on electronics and stereos and like digital products, possibly an affiliate link you could crush with. But if you guys don't know what the wire cutter is an affiliate only website. And they do reviews on stereos, coffee makers, and all kinds of weird shit. And they make a lot of money doing that with just affiliate links. So if you want hands off and like some passive income and you're a really good influencer, then affiliate links might work for you. But you're making 10% of that sale rather than making 50% of that sale. And so when you compound that over 1,000 sales, let's just do some basic math and let's just figure it out right here. So for that example I gave, if you are an affiliate and you're selling a $20 volumizing powder product and you're a barber, right? So you're going to take $20 for that product and you sell 10,000 of them. That's $200,000 in top line revenue. Your commission on that is going to be 10%, let's say. That's $20,000. Cool. Now let's do the same kind of math. You have a $20 product times 10,000. Okay. That is 200. Sorry, that was 100,000. 20 times 10,000. That's $200,000. Now, your profit margin is 50%. Let's call it, because you have maybe to add in there and the shipping expense too. Let's just make it a flat 40. Right. So times 40%, your profit's 80,000. So you have a $70,000 swing from selling it yourself. To me, that one's way better. So a lot of people who are stuck in the affiliate link like that, Salon Interactive, which is a shit website anyway, and they're giving you 25% of the sale. This is where it doesn't work either. If you're building brand in the space of hair, you own your customers. Most affiliates don't own their customers. Now I collect your email. We're doing messaging, marketing, SMS, whatever you got to do to keep on nurturing that person to come back and buy again. But after a while, you have a good customer base. You have repeat customers. So now you're not using Google ads. They're just coming back to your site. Here's the best part. What happens when you have like 200,000 customers or 100,000 customers that have bought from your website and they trust you? And then you come out with your own shampoo. And what you do is you send a sample of your shampoo that you came out with to those 200,000 people. You've built in clients now for your own product line. You have the ability now to reverse engineer the production of a product and have customers who already wanted to buy it. Then you can retarget the people in your local area and get them to come in and go to your salon too. So you can't do that with affiliate links. That's why I'm so heavy into like having your own e-commerce store and your own Shopify store. I think it makes such a big difference when it comes to marketing, your SEO especially. Like we have so many. Google's our number one driver of business on every platform, like or on every vertical of our business, whether it's the salon, whether they're selling products online. Like you can Google Olaplex near me and you're going to come across our salon. You can do same day pickup. So it just makes more sense for you to sell it yourself. If you're not tech savvy, shoot me a DM. I'll help you out, but it's the way to go. it's a real business. Affiliate marketing is a business, but in our space, I don't think it's worth it. I think you're much better off. And I have affiliates too. And I give 20% to our affiliates. It's just, if you want to be really hands off, then become an affiliate. But if you want to make some money, just treat it like a business. James.
We got, do you connect your online store with your in-salon sales system?
All right, here's the deal. They don't really speak well. So in the beginning, I connected my in-service salon products or services to my online store. So I had a Shopify POS system that I used. The reporting wasn't the best for a salon, so I changed it. What I'm going to do moving forward is I'm going to have all my retail sold on a different POS system than my services. And the reason why is I can really control the inventory that way. And it's going to be much easier for me to fulfill products to all of my salons, Florida, New Jersey, the multiple locations, by having one POS system that ships products out online for online orders. I'm able to control the inventory where people could do in-salon pickup, or if they buy it in the salon, then it's not available online anymore. It's just much easier to have two separate POS systems because there's nothing really that links to Shopify or e-commerce yet that's really good at booking. So that's the dilemma. It's when you have your in-salon booking software where you have your in-salon retail, it just doesn't play nice with online. And Squarespace can do both, but Squarespace isn't really that robust online, I feel. So I'm going to have two separate ones. Unless you have like Zapier, but Fresha, who I use, doesn't link to Zapier. And Zapier is just a connection software. So it makes two things that don't speak together, like two pieces of software, speak together. All right, James, last question.
We got, how much revenue could retail actually generate in a month for my salon?
I got people who don't do anything because they don't know what they're doing. And I got people who do like $100,000 a month. I mean, the sky's the limit. There's 1 million people in the world. Like just right now, I just showed you what would happen if you did a live on TikTok, or TikTok go viral, but you're using a powder on someone's hair, and let's say 1 million people see that TikTok, right? And let's say 10% buy that product. That's 100,000 people buy that product. Let's say your profit is $10. That's $1 million on that product. It's bananas. That's one TikTok that you did that with. That's a reality for people today. That's fact. That's happening today, right now. Someone will make $1 million on a TikTok reel, or whatever they call it. They call it TikTok on live shopping as well. It is the influencer economy right now. If you can collect more attention and you can actually command attention in your space and trust, and people will trust you and they trust your expertise and your authority as a barber, and you sell a volumizing powder and you speak about it in your video, you'll crush. It's just the amount of participation you want to have in your own personal economy. And if you want to participate and really do business like it's 2025, you can make millions of dollars. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is like the retail. If you're just tuning in now, the reason why I did this live was because of the comment I got about someone not making enough money selling retail in their suite. It's because they just aren't doing the right math. You buy this for 10, you sell it for 20, your profit's $10. The other $10 for the cost of the product, use that to replenish your inventory. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's Retail 101. Have an amazing rest of your afternoon. And if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you click subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're on Instagram, you follow me already. So thank you very much for following me. If you're on the podcast on my website, look up, go to the apply link, apply for the Level Up Academy so you can get a Shopify store built for you and done with you and scale your retail business. See you later.